Hello, you amazing people. Hola, aloha, ciao, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yogamasuma. Здравствуйте. Привет, buona, dzień dobry, sziastok, hello, xin chào, yabosio, tere, salam alaikum, saskiaka, marhaban, merhaba. Yes, welcome, international people. My name is Brunel. If you don't know who I am, so Ciaté, London. I've got a new eyeshadow palette out there. It is called the, get it right, Glitter Storm eyeshadow palette. Cost is £36, and according to the claims here, you have got, it says, Ciaté says, meet your new holy grail with Ciaté's London Glitter Storm 9-piece eyeshadow palette, housed in a magical cascading glitter case. Woo! This incredible palette features a mix of next generation pressed glitter shadows, intensely pigmented soft matte, and molten metallics. Molten melting metallics. Okay, it says each wearable shade works alone for day or together for sparkling night looks. Woohoo! That's what I got here. The innovative fallout free glitter formula means achieving intensely dazzling glitter payoff is easier than ever before. No, okay, they didn't say that part. Then ever, that's where it stops. Layer over the matte and metallic shades for eyes that catch the light. Ding, 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 ding. Am I catching the light? Am I catching the light? Are you being dazzled? Are you? Well, so we are testing this out, going through swatches and also application to see whether it is worth the £36. I think it is gluten-free, paraben-free as well. So that's what it says here. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at the swatches. Starting from this shade, which is Whirlwind, that's that one here. Swatch, the formula feels really battery smooth. However, it didn't swatch so fantastically, as most of the color was concentrating at the beginning of the swatch and rather than the end. Next shade is Interstellar, which is this one, which actually swatched really nicely and really smooth. One swipe and that was enough. Next shade is this one, which is Jupiter. And Jupiter, I had to go over Jupiter a couple of times to get the color payoff. So not so great. And then next shade is this one, which is Comet. And Comet swatched beautifully, really smooth, battery soft formula. Then you've got the next shade here, which is Solar, and again it's a bit lackluster and blends into the skin, so it doesn't show that well. And then you've got Stargazer, which is this one, which swatched nicely, really nice as well. Not as beautiful as this one, but actually a second best. And then we're moving on to the glitter shades, and the first one I've got here, which is Firestorm. That's this one. I actually really love this shade. I think this has actually turned out to be my favorite shade. Then you've got this one, Strike, which was the one that stood out the most for me initially when I opened the palette, and I thought, whoa, go for that. And as you can see, it's got like a duochrome effect with like a blue and purple in the background and silver, so it's really nice as to pop it into the middle of your eye. And then you've got the last but not least, which is this one, which is Pandora, which is almost like soft mauve shade, but it's absolutely stunning and beautiful. And I think I'm going to actually use these two shades rather than this one. I might decide to pop this one at the bottom end of my eye to see what the color is like. But so far, the formula of these, actually, there was no fallout at all in these glitters. So I'm hoping that it actually transfers really truly the same way on the eyes. First shade I'm going to go for using the Morphe E28 brush is Comet, and just tapping it. Ooh, 2 taps and you get so much color. And just to see, not much fallout. Ooh, okay, let's just, it just feels so soft. It really blends in very easily as well. There's a bit of pigment. Obviously, if you are of lighter skin tone, then you would actually see more color payoff. I'm just using this as a transition shade, and it works really well for that. And it just blends in so easily. Let me just tap it again, see if I can get more. Oh, just 2 taps and it covers your brush, honestly. Oh, and it is buildable. So far, so good. Easy work. Love it so far. Which I know is a bit premature saying that early on, but that one blends in, and there's so much color that goes on a brush. You literally 2 taps. That's all you need. Okay, so next shade I'm going to go for is Jupiter. And again, 2 taps. Not a lot of fallout. And I'm just going to concentrate that, starting from the outer corner of the eye. Oh, yeah. I was a bit worried thinking that this might not be dark enough, but it is. I'm just concentrating that shade in the crease area. And I'm going to build the colour up. Trying to use as many colours as possible. I'm going to move on to Stargazer next. Ooh. I'll put in 4 taps. And I'm just going to push that into the outer corner of the eye and keep it there. And then just blend that colour inward halfway. Messed up a bit around the edges because one of the other brushes, I swapped the brushes. I tried this one, which is the Zoeva. I can't remember because it's come off. But one of the Zoeva brushes, I wanted to just pack the product there. But it's actually a wet brush, so it's made a bit of a mess. But don't worry, I'll neaten it up. So I'm going to move on to one of the shimmer shades and just use my finger. I'm going to try Solar, and I'm going to try my finger, because you can apply the glitter over the shimmers as well, and just applying that all over my lid. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. That was nice and smooth and super easy to apply with my fingers. Now I'm just going to try a dry brush first, and I'm going to go for a Pandora. And I'm just gliding the brush very gently over the colour. And I'm going to start from the inner corner of the eye. And pack that. Ooh. Okay, let's test the theory of no fallout. You see, there's a little bit on the corner. But as glitter go, that's not bad at all. I think I want it more full coloured, so let's try with a wet brush. Wet brush in place. Let's see if that makes any difference. Better. Wet brush is the way to go now. I know I didn't use glitter glue, so that would have helped, but I'm just going to stick with just a normal wet brush. And now I'm going to go for the final shade to put on my lid, and that is a Firestorm. I've cleaned the brush, but I'm using basically the same brush I was using before. You have to be gentle with it. And I'm just gonna start applying that. Ooh. Oh, 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 do you see that? Oh, that is a beautiful shade. Oh, oh yeah. I mean, oh, oh yeah. Oh, that is a beauty of a shade. So I'm just going to make sure that they overlap. And just try and make the line a bit more seamless. So easy to apply. So I'm just going to go back in with the colour Stargazer and just tap a small amount over. Right for the eagle eye. Powder all over my face. I went to put concealer underneath the eyes, and I've just got powder to set it. A little bit of baking, but not for too long. So forget that. I've also changed the lighting slightly so that it's not too bright, and hopefully it's better for you. If it's not, well, then it's not. Okay. So I'm gonna go in underneath the eyes with one of these small Morphe pointed brushes. There isn't a name for any of them at all, so it's just really pointed, as you can see. And I'm just going to apply Stargazer along my bottom lash line. So this is going to be very smoky look. Ooh. Going back in with the final shade, I'm going to try and see if I can put Strike, which is the middle glitter shade, along my waterline, but I've got a little bit of fallout that's gone in my eye, so I might not work out, but we shall give it a try. You know what, I'm not happy with that at all. So what I'm going to do is just concentrate that on the inner corners of the eyes. So I'm going to leave Strike for just applying it on the inner corners of the eyes. So I'm going to go and finish off the rest of my face, and I will give you my final thoughts. And there you have it. This is my face all done. I'm not too happy with the lipstick myself, but it's not about the lipstick. So what would I recommend this fun? Would I recommend this palette? Yes, I would. I absolutely love this. I mean, it is pretty, it is cute, and it is compact. You put it away in your bag, you can take it away with you. The colors are very autumnal, but also you can really zhuzh it up and really smoke it out with the darker shades as well. For somebody of my skin tone, that's always, you know, I always have to look out for that. And they work. So obviously, if you have a lighter shade, then you can actually use the colors even more. And yes, £36 is not the cheapest, especially for 9 eyeshadows, but neither is it the most expensive, and it is Ciaté, and it's sort of bordering on a high-end type price range there. But they apply really nicely on the eyes, really smooth, super easy. With regards to the glitters, I mean, for me personally, I never get things like, you know, loose glitters. I dislike glitters because they get so messy. These ones are claiming about have the new formula, no fallout. Not necessarily 100% true. However, the fallout is so tiny, so minimal, that really it's not even worth mentioning. You can do your base beforehand and then apply these glitters afterwards. On top of that, they work better with a wet brush. So that's the best way to use it. So it might also be that the reason why I had a bit more fallout was because I was using a dry brush initially, so there's more chance of things falling through. I did get a few bits of glitter in my eyes, which is why the red eyes are not like this as well. So that's another thing. But really, if you're used to working with glitter, you know all of that already. So yeah, so personally, I love this. It's so pretty. I love the colors. I find them aesthetically pleasing, and I'm very, very happy. And I will be using this one on a regular basis, which is a necessity considering I actually review so many different eyeshadow palettes. Right, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you enjoyed my video still and you want to watch more, do consider subscribing. If you do decide to subscribe, don't forget the bells. Remember, it's like when you're waiting for dinner and nobody tells you it's been served. And then you're sitting there whilst everyone else who knows is off eating. You miss the feast. So come on now. The feast is me producing all these videos, and you have to press the bell so you know they're available for you to watch. We share, don't we? We share. Yes. Right, so thank you very much, and I will post another video. Should be tomorrow. Bye.